This week's episode of the multiple award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by snitching. As long as Tekashi 6ix9ine gets to snitch on the rest of the hip-hop industry, I think that we should get to snitch on how he has rainbow hair and a twink shape still while in jail. I know that Baloney has to be putting weight on the girls. I don't know how he's still a twink. Those hips have not spread. I'm only here for snitching when crime against gays or transgender people goes unreported and we don't know why somebody magically got shot 17 times and got burned and left outside.
What? Somebody got who?
That is the scenario of a lot of trans deaths of some.
Oh, you giving an example? Oh, I thought you were talking about like. Oh, okay. Calm down. Okay.
We never start the show with breaking news. Calm down. So that's the only time I think that we need a snitch. Otherwise, I'm not here for it.
Yeah. So there was conversation on the internet around the same energy that y'all are giving to somebody for snitching. Y'all need to be giving to these child molesters and pedophiles and all that. But y'all want to, he wasn't like that. I mean, he didn't do that. And some senator of some kind somewhere said that the 4-year-old was a willing participant in the rape.
Yeah, saw that too.
So we need okay.
We need
those.
The gays,
the trans, and the
babies,
and the children,
and the babies. Yes. No one snitches.
Okay.
This episode is also being brought to you by T-Mobile. Since my line is not suspended, I can call you hoes without being harassed on live. Shout out to Kyle.
And shout out to the people who tweeted, y'all, today the 20th. This is the day Kyle thought her bill was due. And I was like, bitch, y'all so petty for bringing that back. This the day Kyle thought her bill was, and I didn't see that tweet till like 3:30 p.m. And I was like, damn, just imagine if her phone had been off all day and she didn't discover it till 3:30 p.m.
Instagram out here saving her life. Look at that. I am the Superman, TheeSupaman.
Come on.
AKA the gray sweatpants aficionado. BKA the sexual senator.
It's definitely gray sweatpants season. Come on.
And I'm the aficionado.
Because it was 80 degrees today, but here in DC, but it was still like breezy. I was like, okay, I don't know how I feel. I liked it, but it would have been perfect for gray sweatpants today. It really would have.
Oh, yeah. Well, they were out and about.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and of course, RonaldMatters.com.
Our icebreaker this week is we saw the debacle last week of many debacles last week.
I was like, girl, which one?
We're gonna get to all of them. Hopefully.
Be more Pacific.
Speaking of someone talking like that and mispronouncing words, I'm talking about Fantasia.
Oh Lord.
Fantasia was talking about being submissive to her husband last week. If you guys had not heard about it and then tried to follow it up with a Facebook video. So my question this week is, under what parameters would you be submissive or dominant with a same gender loving male?
A great question. So if I remember right, Fantasia was on the Breakfast Club and they were asking her, well, she was probably volunteering.
Yeah,
because black women love to volunteer shit about their relationship. Been together 30 minutes. Stolen
from somebody else.
Check.
But they got the keys to marriage.
Anyway, and he was a reverend, a pastor, a slut, or something, child.
He was a sales associate.
No, not the. Oh, girl, T-Mobile just got a streak going today. T-Mobile, that guy was the T-Mobile sales associate, but the guy that she's married to now, he's a reverend or he's heavy in the church. Or
yeah, he's heavy in the church now. I thought she met him as a sales associate.
No, that was the other guy. Then she discovered he had children and a wife, and then so she.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, but the main point was Fantasia was talking about how she recovered from that and found this new guy, and so she was saying like, I was in a place where I was vulnerable. In order to find love, you have to be. What is the saying? And whatever it is, I'm never doing it. In order to find love, you have to need love, or you have to be looking forward to something. And I'm never doing none of those things. But Fantasia was in that place, and she found a man who could meet those needs for her. and she found that she had to submit a lot of the time. She's just so, pregnant at 15, on American Idol, winning at 17 and 19 years old, being thrown into superstardom and blah, blah, blah. And so she found that she had to be more submissive in this relationship because that's where she found success. Okay, great. That's your testimony. Put that in part 2 of your Lifetime movie. Put that in your second part of your book. But don't be telling me, sir, that all women, you're going to have to do this if you want love. All niggas don't like that, ma'am. All men don't want me to get my feet done. All men don't want me to wash my balls. All men don't want me to be clean shaven. All men don't like feminine dudes. So you can't just say the way you found love is the way I'm going to find love.
So the question was...
It's a market for everything. No, because I waited to do this.
Oh, okay.
I thought this was going to be a hot topic, but since it's the icebreaker, all the stuff I had put in my mind to say is still up there.
Okay.
So, when am I... Child.
Under what parameters?
I was laughing at what's going on in the background. But, under what parameters am I... Child, no. That's why I'm single. So,
under what parameters would you be submissive or dominant? You wouldn't be submissive or dominant in any
I'm
case.
going to do what I want. I'm going to do what I want when I feel like it. And if my partner supports me, great. If he don't, bye. I'm just not. That's why I'm not looking for... In order to find love, you have to need it, want it, and crave it, and da-da-da-da-da. And the only thing I crave is tequila, a 10-piece wing, and a nap.
And dick.
Sometimes.
See? I think that... I'm going to answer the question since...
Bitch, you just... I was good till you said that last time. I was like, yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
And you know what that... And you know what comes with
sometimes.
that? Submission or dominance.
Can it come with a 10-piece wing afterwards? Because if I'm going to do this, I got to know it's going to be some tequila and a 10-piece wing following.
I mean, put the word out there. Make a flyer.
Okay, update my jet.
Yeah, make a flyer.
Update my jet.
Yeah, let them know. I think that it's important to embrace both sides of submission and dominance and know when to read the room or read the relationship or read the person that you're being submissive or dominant to or with, and try as much to have a balance, but realize what you're strongest at, and stay as close to that strength as possible when you can, and then when you can't, be like, okay, well, girl, I guess today's gonna be a submissive day, so I'm gonna be submissive and shut the fuck up, but I'm gonna be dominant tomorrow. Okay.
You tell them.
So that is our icebreaker this week.
That was the shortest answer ever.
That was
I don't feel like I learned nothing.
Because you already know the answer to that. The point is for us to break the ice for the people that are listening.
Oh, well, child. I hope y'all feel broken in.
Not by you with no wings and tequila and no dick in their life. No. Our word of the day this week is risk-aware consensual kink. RAC.
Okay, I sound like it's an acronym.
It is an acronym. RAC.
Risk assessment.
Risk-aware.
Okay.
Consensual kink. The term is coined by Gary Switch as an alternative to safe, sane, and consensual, which was a previous acronym, safe, sane, and consensual, which became problematic because people were like, sane? What the fuck? Who's sane? What does this have to do with the definition of insanity? So safe, sane, and consensual.
Yeah, I agree with those people.
Yeah, they got taken out and replaced with...
Now it's RAC.
It's RAC.
Tits.
Risk-aware... No, bro. Risk-aware consensual kink. Nothing's perfectly safe in RAC. Mm-hmm. So it's acknowledging, there's risk in a lot of forms of kink, and acknowledging what you are willing to risk and how much your partner is willing to risk, as well as recognizing the danger to life if something happens in your kinky situation. It is also a negotiation that can be valid or invalid without foreknowledge of the possible risk involved in the activity being negotiated. Meaning, it can be valid at the time that we agreed on it, and then it can become invalid when you put the fucking taser in my booty, and I'm like, oh,
oh, wow. I feel like the vagina power lady, mama.
You always feel like her. I'm also AKA Alexis K. Tyler, apparently.
Wow. What? The taser in the booty?
There was a video of the girl putting the taser on her pussy. You remember that?
Oh.
So that's a kink. Somebody like it. Now for me,
risk aware.
Yeah, you have to
risk aware. And what's the C in the case?
Consensual kink. So consent.
Okay, consent.
And we're gonna get to consent in sexual health,
Come
but
on.
I wanted to make sure
it.
that our word of the day was something that we could at least learn from in our kinky adventures out here.
I like it.
Support for this ghetto ass podcast comes from a couple awesome donors and from beautiful people listening like you. If you'd like to see this podcast continue, please get over to our Patreon right now, and for at least $1, a measly 100 pennies, you can keep this podcast going on and on and on and on and on and on. If you don't have $1, please make sure that you subscribe and share the episode link with your communities so that we can get enough space to get more ad revenue from other sponsors.
Shout out to Steve Alexander, who joined us last month, and shout out to everybody who's a part of hashtag Here For It Hive on Patreon, special guests, friends to the show, and all of our supporters over there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm the next Fantasia. First, I'm gonna get a singing career, then I'm start being a relationship coach.
Okay. Our affirmation this week is: autumn is here. It's time to harvest everything you've been working on all year. And if your work hasn't yielded anything to harvest, this is still a good time to start that book, podcast, YouTube channel, painting, OnlyFans, or whatever your creative heart tells you you can do. This is a refreshing time of doing and harvesting. So don't rot on the vine in this autumn.
I especially agree with that. I'm in a couple creative groups on Facebook. There's like some graphic design groups. There's some podcasting groups. There's groups about everything, blogging groups, and the conversation is always somebody in the group saying, you guys, I really got my website. I got my name. I've seen people go like invest in full podcast studios. They've turned like the extra bedroom in their house. They've got it soundproof. They've got the grips for the microphone. They've got all the things. And they've got the whole room set up. But they're just scared to record the first episode of their podcast. And they're posting a picture in the group saying, hey, what do you guys think of my setup? I'm just so scared to start my podcast. Sweetie.
You wasn't scared when you swiped that card?
You just did all this. Now it's time to go on the stage. You better get out there and show them what you made of this harvesting season. Come on out. I like that. That was beautiful.
I
can't imagine spending $2,000 on a podcast room and then be like, I'm scared to sit behind the microphone.
1, 2, 3, not it.
You better get in there and harvest that damn talent of yours.
Yeah, or you could just wither on the vine, like I said. It's okay
or
to
donate
wither on
it
the
to me
vine.
because I don't got a $2,000 podcast studio.
Yes, you do. This is a $2,000 podcast studio. FYI. Manifestation. Anyway, last week we're on to our tepid topics.
Why you swinging your finger like the bitch?
Look around.
This is
look around you.
Look, sir.
Anyway, last week we talked about transamorous people, while each and every last one of y'all reported live on the outstanding news that the hemorrhoid of America, also known as Ed Buck,
oh my God,
was finally arrested.
That anal lesion. Oh my God.
So all year long, we have campaigned on the hashtag Arrest Ed Buck train, and we have told y'all we would not let up off that train. And I appreciate every last one of y'all that remembered that we were the ones that were holding on to that story. There's really only a few voices out here and out there that kept dragging Ed Buck's edges through the sand, the lava, the grit, the dirt, the ghetto,
valleys.
low and high. And wasn't gonna let it go. And we still not gonna let it go because there's still more to do. But I want to make sure I thank y'all because y'all were on it like white on fucking rice.
My notifications. Shambles.
All of them.
I was at work. My boss was like, y'all phone me going off all day. Because it was a day full of meetings. A 9 o'clock meeting, the 10:30 meeting, the lunch and learn, yeah, girl. Things going on outside of this job that are more important to me. Things that matter to me. I'm just glad that all of you guys were tweeting the podcast, posting on down to the Facebook, sending the instant messengers. I was like, you guys, we've got to. This is a joyous moment that he's been arrested, but we've got to get that conviction. I don't know if I'm going too far, am I? Okay. Like he's been charged officially with running a
drug house.
Girl, child.
And that's why I said we have more work to do because there were about 4 or 5 different counts that they charged him with. And none of them were murder. None of them were manslaughter.
And the sex workers in the community called him Dr. Kevorkian. I was like, oh, girl. I can't even spell that word, but I had to sound it out just to be honest. Dr.
Kevorkian. And so, the angel of death is what they called Dr. Kevorkian before he died.
Yeah, and that's why I guess Jamel Moore was like, I never did meth before, but I guess if I'm going to die, I'll let Ed Book kill me. So, but there was talk that the charges got escalated to like some federal something.
Yeah. So he's going to be in jail and in court for a while. Now, does that mean he going to always be in jail or in court? I don't know. That's why we're going to still continue to report on it and y'all continue to keep an eye out. So in case I don't see something, in case Ronald Matters don't see something, we appreciate y'all
supporters.
Okay. They be like, listen, I know I sent it to you last week, but I'm going to send it again because I don't know if you saw the last paragraph.
It was 2 days later. I was like, oh, I'm listening to the new episode. They're like, oh, I just saw the news. So I was like, girl, the news has been out for 2 days. But, news on demand now with cable news and all that. But, yeah, thank you guys again so much. So, do we change it? So, is it still arrest Ed Buck? Because he's arrested now. So, do we just do Ed
Buck? #convict Ed Buck.
I was wondering what we should change the hashtag to because I don't want us to get lost. But I do definitely recommend #Ed Buck. They showed the picture of him at his what is it called? Bond hearing, maybe? It was like something after you get arrested, you have a court date. I don't know what that is. I guess they were deciding if they were going to give him bond or something. Maybe. He was just sitting there looking all like he didn't color outside the lines on purpose or whatever. Child, just sad.
Somebody took his teddy bear away. That's the way he was looking when he got in the police car and he was holding his face down. I'm like, sweetheart,
no.
It's too late. You want to be out here bold about doing drugs and poisoning and killing black gay men, but when you get arrested for some shit, now you want to put your head down and you don't know what happened. Be as vociferous in your downfall as you were in your uprise. So #convict Ed Buck. I wanted to start the tip of topics there because that was
important. Yeah, that one was crazy. Did you see the third person he didn't want them to leave his house to call 911 for help. So somehow they escaped and went to a gas. Oh, I'm gonna get all my details mixed up. But he escaped and went to a gas station and had them call 911.
I don't remember if it was a gas station, but he did have somewhere. He had to pull a stunt to get out. He had to escape Ed Buck's apartment.
That is crazy. Is that like attempted murder? Because he definitely changed the rec on that. Because I had agreed to this, but then, girl, I ain't agreed to die.
Okay, that's why we're going there. When we get to sexual health.
I ain't agreed to die, sir.
Well, that's one reason why we're going there. I'm also going to say the other reason as well.
Because you like tits.
Sometimes.
Oh, okay. I need to be harvesting some tits because I was like, I need to start doing like 20 push-ups. That's going to wear me out, Lord.
Just ask Wendy Williams who her surgeon is.
I want mine to sit up. I was like, I do want mine to sit up.
You can get Wendy Williams surgeon.
She got below the muscle implants.
Oh, I don't know. Shit. Big. That's all I know.
Because she got hers in the 90s. I don't know if that's...
I'm sure she upgraded since
but
then.
She's got them redone, I'm sure, yeah.
Speaking of...
How did we get there?
Speaking of a tit, this next big white tit has asked to be featured on here for a podcast. She asked to be featured on here for a podcast when she put out this stupid ass tweet that said Beyonce has 133 million Instagram followers, more than double the people who voted for Trump. Wouldn't it be amazing if the Beehive mobilized to defeat him? I also wouldn't mind if a regular Beehive fucked his shit up. That tweet was by one big white tit named Bette Midler. I don't have to do much here because the comments under her tweet did a lot of my work for me.
You saw what we did to Kid Rock, sir.
And so it's not.
You know what we do to the girls that come for us.
It's not that what she said was Beyonce hate. It was just ignorance. It wasn't Beyonce hate. Mm-hmm. It was definitely acknowledging the power and the range of Beyonce, which I'm going to get to in my last call.
Come on.
But it was also not remembering that this country is made of hundreds of more millions of people that don't follow Beyonce on Instagram, that don't have Instagram, and they still vote.
That's a worldwide number. So that number is a worldwide number. That's not just U.S. people. So, Bet girl, as a person, but she also old, so she don't know that the number is a worldwide number.
I don't believe that she don't know, because when she's looking up this shit, she didn't
more prolific things that I've supported in the past, and that's why I can't remember what any of them are right now. But I'm like, I remember her using her platform to be a voice for good change, and not that you're right. This isn't Beyonce hate, but Bet girl, that's not how.
She's famous for her liberal views. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she's been a champion of.
She said some things I've stood behind. I've agreed with.
Yeah, she's had liberal views. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying invite her to the march on Saturday. We're also gonna get there.
Woo.
But it was tone deaf to put the work of unelecting Donald Trump on the back of Beyonce. Mm. Why is the onus on this black woman who happens to be a celebrity, but you also are a celebrity and you are a white woman that has been a celebrity longer than Beyonce? What work are you doing? Where are the fingers pointing at the Taylor Swifts? Where are the fingers pointing at the Katy Perrys? Where are the fingers pointing at the Camila Cabellos? Where are the fingers pointing at the Lana Del Reys?
Celebrities should not have to be forced to be political and so. The girls be saying, I just came to do music. I didn't come to do this.
And that's fine. That is their jobs. Because when I go to my job, don't ask me to do shit about No Here For It podcast, girl.
If it's outside of my pay grade, I'm not going to make copies, ma'am. That's not in my job description.
Well, it depends on what kind of job you get. Anyway, Bette Midler's job is, if she feels like something needs to be done to unelect Donald Trump, then you get out there and you do it with yourself and your platform.
Come on.
Bette Midler has
numbers.
1.75 million followers. Mm-hmm. So, are you registering all 1.7 million of these people to vote?
I haven't heard that she's officially endorsed a candidate for 2020. I haven't. What else?
Are you stumping with the candidate?
Okay.
Where are you on LGBT issues?
Are you a brand ambassador for a certain foundation who's trying to get rights for a group of people? I don't know.
Where are you at on the Equality Act? So those are the things that we need to hear from Bette Midler before we need to hear whether she thinks Beyonce needs to save this country or not.
The only thing Beyonce needs to do is give us B7.
Well,
there's a rumor that somebody was in the studio next to her last.
She can give us On the Run tour DVD for Christmas.
Or just a compilation of all this, like she did with the HBO special she did. It was like a lot of different outfits. It was the same song, but it was a lot of different outfits on a lot of different stops. I would like to see how the evolution of Crazy in Love from the last 3 tours that she's done, because she gave us shit from one of them. So how Resentment sound different from On the Run 2 than Resentment was performed when, On the Run 1. They'll be cute. Just
the evolution of version. Because when she was singing it, when she was singing Resentment 3 or 4 years ago, it sounded a lot different.
Yeah, she can put out Lemonade now, girl.
So she could just sing Resentment and be like, I just don't like that bitch. Because when she was singing it before, it was passionate like, that bitch. Anyway.
Back to Bet. Or moving forward
from Bet. Bet, leave us alone. Please. Calling someone a sissy or alleging that they have HIV is not a read.
Yeah.
Especially if you need a teleprompter to do it. If you know how to read, And I mean read, not read. I mean read. If you know how to read, you don't need a cell phone screen, an iPad, a iMac, a PC in front of you to read. Read.
Sure don't.
So I'm confusion because she obviously had these reads written. I don't think they were written by her. I think they were approved by her. And if you don't know who I'm talking about by now, I'm talking about Kaya. Obviously.
I like this disc. I didn't know that it was like focus.
Please. So Kaya took to the internet. I guess her and Bobby Lights have some type of stupid ass beef.
She said something about Trina recently, and then so Bobby.
But she been talking about Trina for like,
bitch, that's my cousin, and I'm
6
fed
years.
up, and I'm fed up. So Bobby Lights was like, I'm fed up. Back the fuck up off my cousin, because you know my cousin. You know she demure. She don't get down in the mess, but Bobby Lights is trash, so he's on her level.
So that's the point that I was getting at was that he's trash. Yes,
he was just saying leave my cousin alone.
There's so much material. Look at the material. Look at the material. There's so much material to read Bobby Lights on, but alleging that he has HIV and calling him a sissy
a
is
straight black woman claiming that a gay person has HIV and he a sissy. Wow.
Groundbreaking.
Florals for spring.
Get this bitch an Emmy.
Florals for spring. She was
a Golden Globe. Get a Pulitzer. She did her journalistic duty, her journalistic diligence to find these cold hard facts that Bobby Lights has HIV and is a sissy. Which
first time I've ever heard that.
What?
First time I've ever heard
so
that in my life.
He's so he's a sissy because he's gay. Okay.
And alleging that someone has HIV. What? We've been here with you, Kaya.
He got so even if he got HIV, his phone on. Ooh. Kaya, his phone is on.
I thought
you have more pressing things.
I've been so busy with the website, y'all.
And the website still ain't up.
I've been gag order. What's going on the order? Not your
not the website, not the phone bill. The cracks in the teeth is getting yellow. What?
She was her library behind her. It's just the same damn books. Girl, you ain't read no new books.
And no awards. At least if you're going to have like a library in the back, you put like a award statue here that you did a good job. I know she got a BET award somewhere, right?
Okay.
Does she got a Soul Train award?
A perfect attendance award down to the call center or something, child.
She got something. But she ain't got it on that shelf. She got the Encyclopedia of Britannica.
So I'm confused. Okay, serious question. So I love me a Kaya meme. I love a Kaya meme. But when you know that it's based in hate,
fuck it. Nope.
That's where we as the online community gets so confused because we be like, damn it, man. We be keeping Kaya alive because we know that like she's funny, but this anti-gay hate is just so pervasive. The flavor, like the flavor of the hate, it's just like we know that it's there. We know that it's there. It's the one the anti-gay hate is the one ingredient that always is prominent. But we like Kaya memes. We don't. So difficult for us to love her.
No, it's easy to hate her. It's easy to cancel that bitch, hang it up flat screen. Kaya has made some bops in the past. I won't take that away from her.
K-Wang with it.
We're not even gonna name them all because I don't want y'all to even stream it. But she ain't made enough like impact in the world where she has the license to get out here and be so fucking toxic. Like her, I ain't even gonna get on Azalea Banks.
Oh wow, whoa. Fantasy
also
mixtape bumps, but
she also does bumps. Apparently, if you've been watching her, goddamn. Oh, social media.
Bumps, nasal bumps. She does all the bumps.
Got bumps. Anyway,
that was racist.
Was it? No, all I'm saying is if Kaya, we know that Kaya has the ability to sit next to an LGBT person and not say sissy, not say trans. Well, no, she don't even call T.S. Madison trans no more. She just call her a man. Mm-hmm. She has the ability to do that, but she knows now that she doesn't want to, and she has a section of her audience that applauds her for that. Mm-hmm. And some of that audience includes LGBT members.
I know, it's so difficult. I'm
talking to you too. Oh, okay.
I don't watch her show. I see clips on Twitter and like, oh, that'll be a cute GIF, but I'm like, I don't watch it.
She got to go for me. Miss Thug Mrs. got to go. She got to go. It don't make no sense.
Problematic
because it's not just hate. It's not just ignorance, because I know that she knows what she's doing. Mm-hmm. And it's different when it comes from people that don't know what they're doing. Like I held my tongue in disrespecting a cousin of mine this week about saying something homophobic. But I knew that he didn't say it out of hatred. He said it out of ignorance. He's just fucking dumb. And I was like, okay. You can avoid this fight.
The ignorance can influence the hate, though.
Yes. But there are also two different emotions.
But you know that person enough to know specifically where.
Yeah, I know that he doesn't hate me because I'm gay. I know that he doesn't understand and is ignorant, and he's also too old to educate. Unfortunately,
ooh, child. They always be.
I wish that was not a fact, that some people, would get to certain ages and say, you know what, I'm willing to learn something new, but I ain't even gonna put the age out there. I'm just gonna say there's certain ages that once people cross them, and they feel like they've seen enough of life, then they don't want to learn nothing else new. They're like, well, I know enough. I know, because when I grew up and I went to sex ed and this and that. I'm like, well, you also went to sex ed in the 70s.
Wow. I was going to say, where was what was that?
So that don't make none of that right or valid, because that's what was taught in the 60s or the 70s. No, sir, or no, ma'am. Anyway, next topic.
Somebody trying to tell me at work what the policy was 3 years ago. Ma'am, 3 years ago, I did not live in D.C. So, I'm here now. The policy is this, according to me.
Oh, you're a policymaker now. Talk about a sexual senator. Mr. Bernie Sanders being absent from the last LGBTQ forum. Come on down to the carpet, sir.
Didn't we talk about that?
No, we talked about the LGBTQ forum that Angelica Ross was about to host, and she hosted it this past Friday. Mm-hmm. And now it has happened. Mm-hmm. We have viewed it, and Bernie Sanders was absent and blamed his absenteeism on previous engagements at a college, and I think it was a church, a college and a church or something. And he also has not accepted the RSVP for the October LGBTQ forum.
Oh my God! Somebody who should have skipped it was Joe Biden, but we on Bernie right now.
Yeah,
Biden is just so chill.
Yeah, that's a different story for a different day. Mm-hmm. But also, for Bernie Sanders to be stating that he's got all of these commitments, that he can't be on the stage with all the other presidential candidates, everybody else going but you, tells me a lot. So you mean to tell me that your previous engagement at these churches and or universities is more important than having a voice in the room with your peers that could be the next Democratic nominee and beat you? It's more important for you to be at this one church, or more important for you to be at this one university, than be in the same room with the people that are trying to take the Democratic nomination that you say you want to have. More important than talking about these issues that people have said you have a questionable record on. So it tells me a lot. And I know we got Bernie bros out there that are quick to defend Bernie, but I really would like to know what y'all defense of this is. That he can miss 2 LGBTQ forums and not want to talk about these issues.
Don't give up on them yet, because you said there's still a chance to RSVP for the second one in October.
He already said he ain't going.
Oh, shit. Oh.
That's the problem.
Oh.
So when you don't want to go and have these conversations, it tells me a lot about you. And even in the last one, even my fave, Kamala Harris, didn't even come off as good as I wanted her to on all the issues. Nobody really did. The only one that was
because we're looking at it with a hypersensitive lens.
Yes,
because we are that community.
Yeah,
so we're hypersensitive about their responses. So they're just asking their advisors, like, girl, which one gonna get me the less shade? So.
Yeah, the only one...
And I had to watch it with that lens. That's the way I had to watch, because they all got up there and wanted to talk about the trans murders this year, and they all wanted to make sure they referenced this. I was like, you're just doing this because your advisors told you to.
Well, yeah, they all are, yes. And if you have good advisors, your advisors should tell you to go to the LGBTQ forum. So I don't know what Simone Sanders is doing.
Bernie. Shit with Biden. But yeah, Biden is just all these, what y'all call them, gaffes. And he's just so weird. He just looks weird up there.
Oh, who is it? Is Nina Turner? Nina Turner is
I'm not B. Simone.
Wow. No, B. Simone is on that's another reality show. I think it's Nina Turner that's his advisor. Simone Sanders is Biden's. But anyway, in any case, your advisor should be telling you, hey, you missed the last one, go to the next one, go to the college or the church
shade,
after the last one. Elizabeth Harris.
That sounds like a ticket.
That's a dream ticket. Ain't gonna ever happen. Elizabeth Warren was the only one that memorized the 18 black trans women that were killed.
She loves her some reading and homework and memorizing and presentations and
at this point,
Elizabeth Warren,
I'll take that kind of work ethic, because what we got right now, So, in closing on that point, lobbying for the black vote doesn't only happen at churches and universities. Black people are also LGBTQ, and we're also at these forums. And so if you also want the black vote, you have to come in spaces where all black people can be present. Us in the Alphabet Gang are also black and also are registered to vote. So keep it up, Bernie, and you're going to figure that out real quick. This weekend, we will be standing in solidarity with our trans brothers and sisters at the Trans Visibility March here in Washington, D.C. And we will be continuing to stand.
What's the weather going to be? I got to see if I need to wear pants or can I be cute. You know, we harvesting this new season. I need to know what's a harvest on these thighs.
I thought you wasn't looking for love. You see how niggas change up real quick?
I'm looking for attention.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for attention.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I'm not going to dush, though. So, wreck. Yeah. Risk assessed me.
Well, you assessed that risk. Damn it. We'll be standing with our trans brothers and sisters through October 8th. And that is for Amy Stevens' Supreme Court ruling. It is the first civil rights equality hearing that is going to be going towards the Supreme Court. And we will be continuing to stand regardless of what the outcome of that ruling is. We hope that the Supreme Court will do the right thing, but we know it ain't in our favor right now. So we will continue to stand with the trans community through the Trans Visibility March, through Amy Stevens' court ruling, and afterwards. Amy Stevens is the first trans civil rights case to be heard in front of the Supreme Court. If you're unfamiliar with her story, she was fired 2 weeks after coming out as a trans woman, coming back from a vacation from her job. She was working at a funeral home, and she fully transitioned while she was on vacation. And she wrote them a letter and said, "Hey, girls,
with the support of my wife, under guidance from my therapist, I have been diagnosed as transsexual, and when I come back, I'm gonna be Amy." And so,
where is Amy?
Under the guidance of a medical professional, she was doing her things, and so now the Supreme Court is making a decision about what is the decision about,
whether it was a rightful or wrongful
termination.
Yeah, termination. Does she have the right, a civil right, to be employed regardless of her
gender identity?
Her gender identity. I was gonna say her transness. same thing. But that happened 3 years ago, and it took this long to get to the Supreme Court. And so all eyes will be on the Supreme Court on October 8th for this case. It's a very important case because if they will do this to white Amy Stevens, you know what they will do to us.
That's why I talked about the federal courts last week, child. And all of our LGBT lawsuits in the federal courts. Ah!
Indeed.
Trump, get out now.
Yeah. So I encourage you all, if you are going to be in the DC area, come on out. We'll be at the march Saturday.
Come on out. Is the DuPont Circle where it's at?
Yeah.
Text us or tweet us if you need directions, but it should be on social media.
Yeah. But we will be out and about wearing Here For It podcast merch, so we'll be easy to find.
The climate change girls wrecked us this week. Ooh, they was out there testing in the middle of the street. The girls had boats. They was towing the trucks with the climate change protesters on top of it. The DC police, don't travel with us gay girls now. DC police.
Oh, I wish them the best of luck.
I wish them the best of luck
this
Y'all
weekend.
do it with those little Rebecca's and Elizabeths out here for the climate change. But girl, don't come out here playing with us.
That is it this week for Tepid Topics.
Oh, so the other one must be something else. Okay, because I know. Okay. You gonna try it? Or you just gonna try it?
What do you mean? Why would I do anything?
Is it?
Yeah.
This week in social studies, I was like, I should talk about the fall TV season that's coming up because this is the last season of How to Get Away with Murder.
I still gotta catch up on last season.
Moving on. ASMR. But all I really cared about was like, what is going on in reality TV this fall? I'm finna harvest some of that.
Wow.
So, trivia question.
I'm not gonna get this right.
Yes, you are. Cross my heart. How many people watched the season 1 finale of Survivor?
Oh, I told you I wasn't gonna get that right. That even made me sleepy. Shit. Girl, season 1 of Survivor.
Yes.
Woo, tired. That sounds like bedtime.
How many?
30 million.
50 million people.
Okay.
The only show that ranked higher that year was the Super Bowl because, of course, the Super Bowl pulls in like 100 million every year. 119 million. But anyway, so for some reason, for a long time, people have loved reality TV. I think Survivor is even the longest running reality show on TV. People have been. I know that The Real World has moved to Facebook Watch because I guess the MTV
budget cuts. Girl, if y'all want to continue this stupid ass show, you're gonna do it on Facebook.
And so the producer of Survivor created one of your favorite reality TV series, The Apprentice. Uh-oh. So I started looking around. I'm like, why am I addicted to reality TV? Like, there's a lot of scripted TV. There's some comedy show that comes on Amazon Prime that won like best comedy something at the end. I was like, I have never heard of this shit. It was some white woman up there with 4 statues in her hand.
Won the most and one night, and nobody knew who the fuck she was.
And nobody knew who the fuck she was. But anyway, so through an fMRI study down to the Washington Post, doctors found that while watching reality TV shows, in your brain, there are 2 areas that are highly active. So they had you down to the MRI machine watching reality TV. And they found that the amygdala, there we go, associated with emotions, especially like anger and like holding a grudge or, like being upset about something. And the striatum, which releases like dopamine related pleasure filled parts of the brain. I don't know what those big words are. And the study said that even if you hate a character that you're watching on reality TV, like, oh my God, Carla Red is running around here being messy again. Oh my God, here goes Sheree being the bone collector. But we love Sheree so much. Oh my God, we love Sheree, but we hate Sheree because she didn't really have a storyline. But we just want to see what else.
Joggers. That was her storyline. Never forget. Hashtag never forget.
So, like, even when you're watching a reality show and you hate somebody, you're like, oh my gosh, I love to hate them. So, the study showed in the Washington Post that girl, you was gonna get it. Your amygdala and your striatum were gonna be like, super active. They were gonna double team you. And
That sounds like a date.
that's why people binge watch reality TV. Yeah.
You missed that, but okay.
Per psychiatrist Dr. Carol Lieberman, moving on, she also said that there are 3 specific reasons why people watch reality TV. Shows like American Idol, my favorite show, American Next Top Model, and then my second favorite show based off of my first favorite show, RuPaul's Drag Race, and we're gonna get there. Turned regular, relatable people into superstars. And so because reality TV shows like that allows you to take the journey with someone and you feel so dedicated to their journey, we continue to love reality TV because we want to see what happens next in their journey to success. The second reason, shows like Love After Lockup. If you are not watching Love After Lockup,
I'm not.
you are crazy. Because the situations they be in, the ghetto, and 90 Day Fiance. The second reason is because shows like that show people in seemingly humiliating situations, which I'm sure that's why you don't watch. Mm-hmm. And so you feel superior to them because you're like, this girl was doing a research paper for college on what was it? Mass murderers or something. Serial killers. And in the Google images search, while she was searching for one serial killer, Google throwed another picture of another serial killer in there. And then so she decided to write him a letter, and now they dating. And she drove 7 hours to Colorado, left her kids with her mom and daddy, and she said that she was gonna spend 6 months up there with the serial killer.
So that's the
And
second
this is
story.
Love After Lockup.
This is the second story of driving cross country for penis that you have presented me with today. I want to know what really is going on with you. Are you trying to drive back to Memphis or what? What is going on?
11 hours. But anyway, so shows
That's cross country.
Love After Lockup. You know, you watch stuff like that, you feel superior to them, so your ego is stroked. It's like, wow, I'm going on a lot down to the call center, but at least I ain't doing that dumb shit. And the third thing, okay, shows like The Real World and Big Brother allow voyeurism. So we loved watching like 7 strangers move to a house for 3 months, and then they all work it down to the boat company, and then they go hang out and get drunk after work and all that, and all the drama that ensues in that. So we got to see other people and their mundane tasks of having their jobs, and it is said that TV shows like The Real World created a lane for like YouTube vloggers, because we just got dedicated to watching those people every day and everything that they go through and products that they like and things that they've tried, that we as a society created the YouTube industry. But I really think that we just created the Twitter freaks, because the voyeurism and the addiction to like amateur porn, I really find that more people are addicted to amateur porn now than a lot of this studio produced stuff. But you also have studio producers like Chi Chi, who you have to hashtag boycott Noir Mail, and you have to do that. Just give me the Atlanta niggas fucking behind the tree. As long as they ain't in no park or on no slide. Because, you know,
Actually, that's what they like
protect
to do,
the childrens. But, you know, a lot of that public sex and a lot of that amateur style stuff.
Oh, speaking of Atlanta.
Oh, what do you mean?
It's bad news, but it ain't like nasty bad. Rest in peace to the closing of Living Room Atlanta that we talked about. I saw that, but I forgot to write it down. Yeah, Living Room was one of the few spaces that people could go
full service. Like
people could go in Atlanta for a lot of things.
Yeah, if you needed a test, like, and somebody had tweeted, our good homegirl Keisha Lance Bobs was like, "Girl, what are you doing to combat this? How did you allow this to happen?"
Not a goddamn thing.
But she just had her dinner down to the LGBT for. She had her own LGBT forum or dinner or some kind. So did nobody down to your dinner tell you that the living room was at risk for closing their doors and tell you to come do something about it?
Look at the material.
Anyway, so wrapping up social studies. Yeah, the people are addicted to reality TV for 3 reasons: our love for voyeurism, following somebody's journey, and just watching other girls, you know, slay.
Is that what they doing? Because some of them don't be slaying. Some of them be getting slayed.
And your ego is stroked because you're watching.
I don't watch it. I don't like.
I know you've watched an episode of 90 Day Fiancé.
No.
Even there's the new series. Okay, here we go. 90 Day Fiancé the other way. This is why I'm like, I need to search what's going on. Why am I addicted to reality TV?
It's you. It ain't me. Okay, so I'm not addicted, but the only thing that I still watch Married to Medicine.
Okay.
And I still watch Real Housewives of Potomac because that's really one of the few things I still watch on TV. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, I still need to watch something on TV so I can be connected to people. But that's it. I don't watch any other bullshit.
So on 90, back to me. So 90 Day Fiancé the other way, it shows where people, instead of coming to America, the Americans are trying to go to all these other countries. And this other lady was gonna she's gonna retire early to go move to Chile or Nicaragua or she's gonna move somewhere to be with this man. And so she went and talked to an accountant or a retirement specialist. I don't know, when you're old. I'm not that old. And so the guy was telling her...
Actually, you are. You should be talking to somebody right now.
The retirement specialist person was saying, well, you know, if you take all your benefits out right now, you will have less dividends or you'll have less accrued. Or he started talking in math. And so before she had to get back to her retirement specialist, she found out that this man has a wife and 2 kids in the country that he lives in. He's actually fed up with that relationship and wants to be in another relationship before he divorces his wife.
I saw that in the meme. It was about Dominicans though. When Dominican men get tired of you, it was the SpongeBob meme of SpongeBob getting up and saying, "All right, I'm out.
I'm gonna head out.
I'm gonna head out." And I was like, I take offense. We do not get that tired to go start another family.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So thank God that lady did not give up her retirement down to the USA job to move to wherever he was. And she found out in time. And so it just really, I guess,
it changed your life, huh?
It stroked my ego to know that, like, girl, at least I'm not going through that.
You ain't got enough money to go through that. What the fuck you talking about?
I feel red.
You ain't got no money to go to fucking South America for dick? What? Okay.
You asked that icebreaker question, bitch.
I did, because that's realistic.
My focus I ain't got no focus.
Apparently. Sexual health this week. I figured we would talk about a relevant topic of consent, because it is obviously missing in some people's vocabulary. I'm not gonna name names. I just want you guys to know.
We are gonna name names.
No, we're not.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
No, well, there's a lot of consent over there. Trust and believe. There are some OnlyFans star Twitter freaks on the internet that are beefing right now because allegedly one of them is known to be a rapist and has raped a couple people and has videotaped said raping, but no one knew that it was a rape because of the angle and the type of aggressive fucking that this person does. And there was another Twitter famous guy that is alleging to have been a victim of said other OnlyFans star. So that's why I want to.
Why do we have to be vague?
Because
you didn't say person A or person B or something. Because
that's vague enough.
Person A is a rapist and person B was like,
alleged rapist, because I wasn't there and I ain't seen no charges.
Is that what you're saying? Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. When you serious, boy, just file them charges.
And as a sexual assault response coordinator, I know that all the times that sexual assault is not always reported or charged. So I'm not saying that that's the only animus for something to actually be sexual assault, but I don't know this person to be a rapist, so I can only go on what is being talked about the situation.
Being speculated.
So that's why I'm not putting any blame on anyone. I just want us to have the conversation about consent.
So person A is the person who person A is the rapist. Person B is the latest victim, alleged victim. Oh, there's alleged rapist and alleged victim. Oh my gosh, it's so scary.
Yeah, yeah. But what he's alleging the raping to be, some people also would not characterize as rape, and that's why we're having a conversation on consent. So first, no always means no. If y'all have safe words and agreed that no was not a safe word prior to, then make sure that that is expressed. Otherwise, it still means no. I don't care. Full stop. No will always mean no.
Every language. Mariah Carey told you.
2, ask, and re-ask in the middle of the act if necessary.
You like this dick? You like this dick?
You don't got to say it every 2 seconds. I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying it's okay to do what we call temperature checks. Of, okay, when we started this, he was hot. He was really into it.
That's why. Woo!
Or that dick. Whatever. On whatever end of the spectrum you're getting.
Oh.
It just be real hot.
Put your hand on that muscle and it'll be hot. Ooh. I'm like, boy, let's put this in here now. Before you change your mind. Oh, so that's me doing a temperature check.
Ask, and re-ask. Okay.
Man, that thing be hot. Woo. Hot meat alert.
I'm glad we're having this conversation for you specifically, apparently. Be verbal. Non-verbal is only perception, and perception can get us and you in trouble. So, if you don't know where this person is or how this person is feeling about whatever sexual act y'all are in, ask. Get confirmation. Non-verbal is not confirmation. Because non-verbal could be, I'm having a seizure and you think I'm saying yes. But I'm being triggered and I'm having a panic attack because you fucking me in the way that my rapist fucked me when I was 6.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that does happen.
That's what I'm saying, though. You need verbal confirmation. Perception is not confirmation. Accept the answer, number 3. Accept the answer given and move on if the answer is no. So, in the case of person A and person B, what was alleged to be happening was person A was going to record him and person B fucking, but person B wanted the parameters to be met of, I want you to do it this way, I want you to do it that way, I want you to do this to me, I want you to do that to me, and then I want you to nut right here, and I want you to do this and then leave.
That's industry standard.
I'm just saying. So person B wanted those things to be met to get fucked on camera by person A. Person A got to fucking and then said, fuck all that other bullshit, I'm gonna do what I want to do. That's not consent.
Woo!
Allegedly. So if the answer is given to you and it's no, you have to still accept that answer, put your dick in your pants or wipe your booty off and put it back in your drawers and go on somewhere else. Because whatever this person said no to, somebody will say yes to.
Especially with both of the characters we talking about.
Oh yes, neither of them is short of fans that would be willing
Not
and
even
able.
fans, just people that they will be mutually exclusive with them with all this consent going on,
and willing to do it on camera.
Yeah, because this one dude on Jax is like, I don't have sex if I'm not recording. I'm like, well, just let me close this profile and go to the next one because I'm not one of those girls. He was cute too. Ooh. See? I had to accept that no and move on.
You could have had a bad bitch.
First of all, I could have had a bad itch.
You still could get that.
Because you know the DC girls love this raw stuff. I can't do it.
That's how you got here.
I don't know what that is. Okay. My talent got me here.
Okay. Last but not least. Consent and breach of contract are two different things.
Ooh.
I'd say if I had an agreement with you and I was coming over to fuck you and you said, okay, you can fuck me, but you gotta eat my ass first. That's a contract. We made a contract of, okay, I'm willing to let you put your dick in me, But before you put your dick in me, you got to eat. You got to eat.
Lick it
before you stick it. You got to lick it before you stick it. That is a contract.
Okay.
We made this contract and pact, and I agreed to do this before I came over or before you came over. Blah, blah, blah. That is a contract. Now, if you come over or I come over there, and that's what our contract is, but then I smell your ass or I smell your dick, and then I decide, no, I'm not putting my mouth on that.
Consent.
Will I put my dick in it? Maybe, but I'm not putting my mouth on it. Now,
you got to go back to the table.
We got to go back and we got to renegotiate this contract. We got to renegotiate this contract because you wanted me to eat this, but you didn't do things that I would like you to do before you want me to eat it. You didn't. You didn't put the stamp on the mail before you put it in the mailbox.
Yeah, because you ain't licking it. He ain't licking it.
It ain't been licked all day. It smelled like it ain't been licked either.
Ain't been wiped. Girl, sanitize.
So that is a breach of contract.
Okay.
We need to renegotiate the contract at that point. That is not me saying, you know, well, I'm gonna fuck you anyway, girl. I don't give a fuck about you asking to be ate out. Lay down here, put your face in the pillow, and I'm gonna smash the smithereens. That is rape. That is rape. So there's a difference between.
It sounds like both happened allegedly. It sounds like
what person B said was not what I just said about him being forced. He wanted a certain list of parameters to happen for him to be fucked on
camera,
to be fucked on video.
Some things happen.
And person A was like, "Girl, fuck that. You gonna get this dick today," and gave him the dick today. And then he felt some type of way afterwards.
Cause I ain't got no content, girl. I gotta pay my bills.
That probably may have been.
It was the only girl. And like, girl, you got an OnlyFans. I got an OnlyFans. Release part 1 and 2 for your fans, and release part 3 and 4 for my fans. And then, girl, we both can pay our T-Mobile bill so we don't end up like Kaya.
That might have been part of the contract.
Now I'm out here. I thought my bill went to 20.
You have the right at any moment to renegotiate the contract.
Amen.
And you have every right at any moment to cancel the contract.
Okay,
if you get over here and you said you look like this, but you don't look like that when you get over here.
That Norman Freeman.
Yes, that Norman Freeman. Norman Freeman got his contract canceled. If you saw the video, you know what I'm talking about.
He was like, "Oh, Ed, you got your boy over here." The contract had been renegotiated and accepted on site. He's like, "Oh, Ed, you already got a
Shiva
friend."
the dog canceled the contract as soon as he got down there and was like, "Shiva, come here, girl." She was like, "I'm not. Listen, I'm in here to watch these boys fuck. I'm not in here. I don't know what's going on with this.
What is going on?"
Anyway,
I call this position a rooster.
I'm gonna make you nut fast. Whoa.
He said, now listen, gonna take long. Come on. I said, "Oh."
Now listen, if you've seen that gentleman's videos, you know nut fast is not a part of his repertoire. Anyway,
Consent.
Yes. No always means no. You have the right to cancel and or change your contract with any sesh at any moment. And that means at the very beginning of the sesh, when he walk in the door from the sesh, 30 minutes into the session when he just fucking you, you're like, okay, well, now I'm just farting.
I got work in the morning.
What? Get off me. Cancel. You have the right to cancel it at that moment. Make sure that you are safe in this cancellation, because some situations can get you in more trouble and can endanger your life in the middle of canceling it. So make sure that you are in a safe situation. The safe situation has to be at your house, so you know that when you cancel it, you know the knife is under the bed in case a nigga pulls something. Then make sure that that's part of your contract.
Come on.
That's sexual health this week. What is the song for your soul?
Stepping into the gospel arena.
Oh, Lord.
Reverend Paul Jones has a song called I Won't Complain.
You really didn't search far for that, did you?
I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around, I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I won't complain. The twist on that is Joshua Ladette, American Idol contestant, reality TV. Joshua Ladette I don't think America voted for him because he was gay. You know, he had a little switch to his walk. He always walked with that limp wrist. I don't even know what season it. Probably like season 12, 13, 14, or 15.
Oh, see, that's why
who knows?
I'm done.
But Joshua Ledette was on a show called Song Association on YouTube. Somewhere in the last 3 months. I just found the episode over the weekend and I watched it because I love Joshua's voice. So Joshua Ledette, in the middle of Song Association, freestyled "I Won't Complain" by Reverend notes help me by Reverend Paul Jones. So if you got an internet connection, go to the YouTube and search Joshua Ledette and watch him on Song Association. Whew. He sings, and when he did "I Won't Complain," I was like, let me go find the original. Then I listened to it and I'm just like, I'm gonna just splice up the Joshua Ledette part.
So
wait for the CD edit.
So did you drop it low for Jesus?
Come on out.
I don't.
But "I Won't Complain" by Reverend Paul Jones, as sung by Joshua Ledette.
Okay. I'm glad that you did that because I'm going in the opposite direction.
I was gonna say like Ariana Grande did this week on the charts, but that would be problematic, so I'm not gonna say that.
Well, all three of them girls went the opposite direction on that chart. I told y'all. Was that last week? I told y'all "Song for My Soul" was the real fucking Charlie's Angels song, and then you watch that shit slide right on fucking down the goddamn charts because it wasn't shit. I'm sorry, y'all, Ariana fans out there, and Lana Del Rey fans, and whoever the other girl was as well. The Song for My Soul this week comes out of Dallas, Texas.
Come on.
It is heard round Texas, but the rapper comes from Texas. I think he's originally born in Texas. I can't remember, but I know he started his rap career in Texas. Mm-hmm. I mean, in Dallas. I know he's from Texas, but I think he started his rap career in Dallas. But this shit, I heard it the last time I was in Dallas, and I feel like I hear it every time I'm in Dallas. It don't matter. The song has been out for 10 years now. More than 10 years. And they still play the shit like it came out yesterday. So Dallas, this is for you. Damn, nigga, she just love me. Watch me ride by, wanna fuck me. See me in the club, wanna suck me. Guess that's why your mama wanna fuck me. See, I thought it was the opposite direction.
What?
When I come down, they just love me. Certified player, they gon' hate me. True good nigga, bet you dig me. Got the money and the chain, I guess you jocking me. I'm a D-Town representative, got the D behind me. I was so damn conceited, I'm just so into me. All day on the block and I'm grinding. And I got a little money and I'm shining. That song is by Damn D.
That's his name?
Yeah, his name is Damn D. And if you are wondering what the title of said song is, They Love Me. She just loves me specifically. Okay. But I said they because, pronouns.
Polyamorous. Or something.
Because But They Just Love Me by Damn D is a Dallas classic. I really want to go further and say it's a Texas classic, but I don't know what y'all Houston niggas do that much. So, if you had never heard the song, go look it up. It's going to make you want to put your grills in, sag your pants a little bit low, and go find the trade.
It feels like 07. That's what we did back in 07.
Yeah.
When I was,
Formative. Formative years.
What are you here for this week?
So that is the Song for My Soul. What I am here for.
It's yours. Let me do this first because there's going to be a thing. Let me do this first.
Okay.
All right. So on the latest episode of the Kardashians, that's what.
Fuck no!
Let me get this out the way because this is just.
I was like, you know, I didn't write shit about no goddamn Kardashian.
Let me get this out the way. Okay. So Kourtney Kardashian, with her on and off Scott Disick, because you know Scott is the father of the kids, and sometimes he loved them, and sometimes he
They love me.
sometimes Scott be out with the hoochies on Instagram.
Sometimes I feel like he out with hoes all the time.
He out with hoes all the time, cheating on Courtney. So they went on a double date with Kris Jenner and her black boyfriend. I think his name is Chris Gamble. I just guessed at his name. I tried to Google it. He wasn't even on Kris Jenner's Wikipedia. So I don't know. I think his name is Chris Gamble. So anyway,
roll them dice, nigga.
So they on this double date, the 3 white people and the black boyfriend. So Courtney's telling the story. Oh, you guys, I had to fire my nanny because she was putting Penelope in the car and Penelope scratched her face. You know, I just
Is her baby really named Penelope?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she's like, P blacks out sometimes and does these wild things. And I just really hate I had to let that nanny go. So Chris, the black man at the table, says, I'd whoop her ass, and I just have to explain it to y'all later.
We know who they're not leaving Penelope with.
So Scott Disick is like, you just said you'd whoop her ass? And then Chris is like, yeah, she's getting a spanking for sure. He's like, are you serious right now? Get out of here. You know, Scott, how long you been a serious father in these children's lives? Penelope is 7 and don't got no manners. The nanny is putting her in the backseat of the car and she is scratching the nanny in the face. But now the nanny is fired because Penelope scratched the nanny in the face.
She don't want no charges.
Sweetheart, how do we get here? So,
cause y'all watching them and making them money. That's how they got there.
I don't watch the show. I just end up seeing the clips on my YouTube related something.
Ugh.
So then all the so Courtney and Scott are going off like, I can't believe you would say something like that. Oh my gosh. And then so Scott and Courtney just tells Kris Jenner that they don't want their children being left over Chris's house no more. Over Kris Jenner's house no more if Chris Gamble is going to be there. He said it right. He was like, Chris was like, you know, the way I just said that doesn't mean that like it would actually be child abuse. But if she's scratching me in the face, she's definitely getting a spanking. I don't see how I'm wrong here. But I guess just the dialect of it all is just too confusing for these Calabasas raised white girls and Scott Disick with his privileged ass. And I'm just like, team Chris Gamble, whatever his name is. I'm assuming his name is Chris Gamble because I don't know his name.
But you think I've been making these jokes and that might not even be his real name?
Who knows? I think Gamble is his last name, or Campbell.
Oh, maybe it's Campbell. That sounds better.
I don't know what his name is because I tried to find it on the internet.
Journalistic fish.
Could not find it. Could not.
Illuminati.
So I don't know what his name is, but I think it's Chris Gamble. So what, Courtney? If your 7-year-old scratching anybody in the face, you need to whoop Penelope's ass. And Scott, when he gets home, needs to whoop her ass too. Do you know how much fucking money nannies cost? How expensive these goddamn NDAs and how much this damn paperwork costs? And you want to sit up here and play with this nanny in the face? You better get in the car and go wherever the fuck this nanny is approved to take you. Do you know how much she charging me for mileage? Bitch.
Do you know how much shit she's stealing from me?
So, I'm not here for these white girls down to the Calabasas acting like it's okay to scratch their nannies in the face. Oh, I had to fire my nanny because Penelope scratched her in the face and she had an attitude about it. I sure the fuck did, bitch. Your face, your money maker, my face is mine.
I sure did.
Don't
give a fuck.
Penelope said she sure did and don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
And Chris said, well, she better find one because she get her ass whooped if it was my face. And he ain't got no, Chris Gamble ain't got to make no money because Kris Jenner is making all the goddamn money.
He said, and she can get the fuck ASAP.
I'm not here for this foolishness.
What am I here for? Is going to be
it's very serious. So
it's not.
Need to get that out the way.
It's not. It's black and white. It's literally black and white.
Race.
First, First, I want to make sure that I say congratulations to our brother Billy Porter, who is an Oscar away from being the EGOT winner. Emmy, Golden Globes, Oscar, Tony. He got all of them except for Oscar. And this only puts him on a greater trajectory to be in a movie where he can showcase his talent to get said Oscar. So, Emmys 2021, watch the fuck out.
Oscars.
Oh, yeah, Oscars.
So,
shit, Emmys too, because, girl, he got another season of Pose to do. But
so Whoopi
Oscars.
said on Monday on The View, she was like, Billy,
We're waiting on you.
Yeah. I said, that'll go sound for Whoopi Goldberg. Oh. So when Whoopi Goldberg said, Billy, we're waiting on you, I said, oh,
welcome on into the room. The only black gay man that would be in that room. We assume that John Legend is heterosexual. Okay. I did not watch the Emmys. So I want to start with that and say I'm here for it. I'm here for his speech. I was here for his outfit. Here for his win. Billy Porter.
His James Baldwin quote.
His James Baldwin quote. Y'all know I live by James Baldwin. Might get some James Baldwin tatted one day. I'm here for all of that. Anyway, what had also happened. The rest of this podcast.
When they see us, that guy won. We're here for that.
Yeah, Jarrell Jerome.
Sure.
My Dominican brother.
Backwards.
Dominican brother won. Good for him.
Yeah. Okay.
What had also happened, like we talked about,
Zendaya, she had that nice dress on, the nice green dress.
You're not gonna save this ass whooping.
I'm trying to say.
No, you saw like when the dog would like cower down, and I was like, no, you still gonna get this ass whooping. Really nice.
They said Zendaya should be Poison Ivy, and I was like, would that be like character something? Can she do two characters?
Race bending.
Can she do two characters in the same brand?
They're not in the same brand because she's in the MCU with Spider-Man, so and Poison Ivy is in DC.
Oh yeah, so the
Poison Ivy is a Batman.
The contracts. I can't work at Sprint and T-Mobile at the same time.
Some of them do.
What is that called? Okay, I'm just trying to change the subject.
Can't.
I'm trying to help you.
It didn't work. Also on the evening, RuPaul Charles won a couple awards for RuPaul's Drag Race, which y'all know that we here at Here For It Podcast have previously stand for the show. Mm-hmm. Sometimes. Mm-hmm. Gonna say that up front. Mm-hmm. In the
press
room after the award show, where they get to let you talk for 5 minutes instead of for 35 seconds when you win the award, RuPaul was up there with his crew of writers and producers of RuPaul's Drag Race, and they were all white men.
It was two women up there. It was two women because it was a woman over here, and then there was another white woman over there somewhere.
Okay, two white women.
Okay, it was two white women.
Two white women and all white men. Okay.
It was like 10 white men.
It looked like a sea of white men.
I meant to do a count. I was like, because it was how many people was in the room, and all he needed was one more. Because all of them was looking around. I was like, we got some diversity up here. And he was looking around.
No. They weren't looking and doing that. RuPaul said that. The question a reporter asked
from SS Magazine, Black Magazine,
was about the diversity behind the camera of RuPaul's Drag Race, being that RuPaul is sitting here centered at the microphone, being the creator and executive producer of this show, and is the only person of color on this stage accepting these awards, made on the backs of black trans trans women and black drag queens that have made this show extremely popular, including RuPaul herself being a black drag queen. But behind the camera, in the writing room, in the producing room, it seems to just be a sea of white men. RuPaul's reaction to that was, "What do you mean? We do have diversity. I'm looking." RuPaul looked from left to right, and still saw the sea of white men behind him and said, "Yeah, we got diversity. I'm all for the BLT community." The BLT community? RuPaul Charles. What the fuck were you thinking? What were you weren't thinking. That had to be the case. And for this much time to have passed and you not put out a statement about it and said, I probably should not have worded it that way. I'm probably working on some diversity. I'm probably going to, address these concerns because these concerns have been concerns for a long time. These ain't new concerns as of 2019. So I wasn't here for the disrespect of saying LGBTQI+. I wasn't here for being tone deaf to how white your producers and writers are. And I'm not here for him being unapologetic in standing firm in his wrongness still, because he's had the air and opportunity to correct it, but has not and probably won't. And that's what I'm absolutely not here for. Some of the other stuff I could have been like, okay, well, sure. Slip up. The girl might have had some douce on the way. They got some Emmys. I can understand celebration. I can understand that. But all of these fuck ups around a community that you are supposed to be a part of and you're supposed to be upholding, no. RuPaul, sit the fuck down for that one. I'm not here for it.
Even after he made the BLT quote joke, end quote, he was like, but girl, you know what I went through to get here. Girl, you know what I've been through. Yeah, I do. And so as a person who has made it through the barriers, how are you using your platform to bring other girls with you? And so I was very disappointed in the fact that it wasn't spun into, okay, well, there's a lot of white people behind me, but all of the people behind me use the privilege allowed to them to tell the stories of diversity in front of the screen.
Or to pick the winners that they would like. We're looking at you, Trixie Mattel.
When Angina came out in like 2007, 2008 as HIV positive, living with HIV for 3 years, hadn't told her parents yet. And that was a big thing for the Asian community. For Angina to do that was really big. For Monica Beverly Hills to say like, I need to tell y'all that I'm a trans woman. Drag is just, I know that this is a drag competition, but I live my life as a real woman. So some diversity in that. Or for a big black man to be locked up for 17 years to get on RuPaul's Drag Race, tour the world twice, do 2 seasons of All Stars, start a very successful management company for other drag queens, and to tour the world more times than that person has toured the world. Latrice Royale has an amazing company. For Say What Now Entertainment, for Shangela to be doing drag for 5 months, come on to RuPaul's Drag Race, slay. Come back, slay. Then come back and do All Stars, slay again. Shangela was the first drag queen to have a Facebook commercial. Shangela had a McDonald's commercial. Shangela
sang to Beyonce.
So
that's notable.
At the GLAAD Awards. So for there to be, so it may look the way it looks up here on this stage right now, but everyone around me is using the space and opportunity afforded to them to make sure that diversity is presented in front of the camera. I was like, bitch, I just answered the question for RuPaul. That's the way. Do I need to go be RuPaul's media person? I was like, that would have been a great way to answer that.
There's a space for that because what is going on right now demands that he needs somebody to help him evolve, because he can't stick his head in the sand and be like, well, I'm a legend, and so everything I do is correct at this point.
Black, gay, drag queen, the diversity box has been checked. I was like,
the quickest way to not become a legend is to stay in the ways that you came up. You can stay in the 80s if you want to. That's fine. When you was the only black queen in the room, and girl, sure, if I threw $5 to this other black queen and then threw another $5
that was progress.
That was progress. Cool. That's nice. That was the 80s. In 2019, there have been so many black and brown drag queens and trans women on this show. Why are they not helping you produce this show? You're not the only drag queen with good and new and fresh ideas. Actually, you don't.
What? You're using their likeness and you're using their images to.
But we have 12. We have 12 seasons of regular, I say regular, but just RuPaul's Drag Race, not including 5 seasons of All Stars. So of all of those years, you've crowned 12 drag queens as the America's Next Drag Superstar. Some of them did cute. Some of them did not. Why would you not want to at least pull from those people that you saw so much potential in and say, hey, why don't you help me produce the show that you were on? Because RuPaul ain't never been on the show. They've been reading RuPaul for years and saying RuPaul will never even get to the top 5 on his own show if he didn't have somebody doing his sewing, somebody doing his makeup, somebody doing his wigs, somebody doing his padding. He wouldn't make it to the top 5 of his own show. So why would you not reach back into the wealth of people that have been on your show, have won your show? Some of them won your show a couple times. Why would you not reach back into that wealth and say, hey, I want you up here. I want to make you an executive producer. I want to train you in, what I'm doing in producing this world-renowned reality TV show that I'm taking over to the UK. I need to take it to Africa next. I need to take it to South America. Next year. I need from UK to Australia. Could you get any more whiter? Anyway, I'm not RuPaul. Girl, get it together.
So Delta Work does RuPaul's hair?
No, I thought the other girl did the hair.
Raven does the makeup.
Yeah.
Because Matthew Anderson, who did...
Oh, yeah. Raven does the makeup and Delta does the hair. That's okay. Right.
So, last year, Raven was nominated for Best Hair in a Reality Series or something. I don't know what it was, but it was cute for her category. What Beyonce said, I just want to be the best in my category. So, Delta was the best in her category. Due to something, it was kind of weird, but because it was the first time that girl had been nominated... the production team at the Emmys had told the production team down to the World of Wonder that they was gonna let it slide. But in the future, if Delta Work wanted to apply for the hair category in a reality series, she was gonna have to get a certification in something. She was gonna have to get a license in something or something. But they didn't tell Delta Work that last year. So this year, Delta found out that she couldn't submit herself to be nominated. And they were like, well, girl, we told y'all last year that you needed this and you needed that. Girl, you didn't qualify because you didn't get your papers. And so Delta had called out the World of Wonder production because she was like, sir, I come to work every day and I do my job. I am the best in my category. And y'all keep submitting RuPaul for stuff. But then, like, when the girls trying to come up behind RuPaul, y'all won't even tell us what we need to do to be successful to be nominated next to RuPaul at the damn show. Because if RuPaul wins,
RuPaul's fault.
If RuPaul wins for hosting, then let me win for hair on the. It's still a win.
Raven won for makeup.
She won for makeup.
Yeah, Raven won.
And so, girl, it's all of it is a win for RuPaul's Drag Race. Y'all don't want. They don't even want the girls putting RuPaul together to get awards. And I was just like. Delta Work is known for telling it like it is. She got her own things going on that you can read her for, but when she's reading you, she's stating facts. So I was like, I just really can't believe that they would do that to Delta Work. Why would you not? If you want RuPaul to win for best host,
what kind of host would she look like?
RuPaul together.
If she came out wigless, would y'all be saying the same thing? If she came out bald, if she came out as RuPaul Charles, like she be doing on these other TV shows and be looking,
moving on.
That was here for it this week.
That was here for it. This
bottleneck.
They're here for it. I don't know.
Somebody send RuPaul a black care package.
RuPaul just need he need a diversity and inclusion manager or something. I don't know.
He needs a black.
I'm like, what do we do?
I was gonna say some black dick, but I'm moving on.
Well, it's an open marriage. She only sees his boyfriend once every 3 weeks
in Montana.
So
it is now my time. It's now my favorite time.
We need this
for this podcast.
We need this so bad. What do you guys think? Please leave us comments because. I definitely think that...
I didn't want to have to come over here and do it. I ruminated on it, but I was like...
It's got to be dead. It's got to be dead.
Okay. That's English. Sure. We'll go with that. It is time for our last call. So if you are new to this show, you've never heard an episode before in your life, and almost 200,000 listens of all of these episodes, you ain't never heard one? You ain't never got to the last call?
Okay, first of all, this episode is... Woo.
We take a shot at this.
The volume bar is like, woo.
We take a shot at this moment of the podcast. So pour yourself something lovely and take a shot with us.
Okay, so I guess I should do mine first because mine is. You've been serious in here.
Oh, this next one gonna be fire.
Come on. Shout out to the Tradicional Jose Cuervo. We picked up another bottle of that this week.
And shout out to our listener that recommended it.
Yeah.
Because we ain't never do no classy shit like that before you.
My last call goes, so this evening, my homegirl, Nancy Pelosi, she's like, I wasn't going to do this to Thursday. I was just going to let it marinate for you girls. But apparently, I just stepped into a meeting right now.
I got my blue pantsuit.
She's like, I had him bump this hair because I got something to say. So she came out here and announced that we are officially doing the inquiry for the impeachment of Donald J. Trump Jr.
No.
I really can't believe that this Negroid actually set up down to the White House and admitted out loud that he is plotting against other Americans with foreign powers. I wasn't gonna do this. I wasn't gonna do this. She was like, I wasn't gonna do it. She said 1,000 times, I wasn't gonna do this. But then after this nigga set up here on national TV and pulled her goddamn spade, she was like, oh nigga, I got the big joker. And we're gonna be laughing at your ass.
That was Joker for you guys.
Joker.
Joker
coming out October the 4th. I think it's gonna be so good. Yeah. I like his take on it. I've been seeing the previews.
Yeah, I can't wait this one.
So the big joker. And so Nancy done pulled it out. So just shout out to everybody who can help. Representative John Lewis. Mm-hmm. Is the lady in Florida that wear the hat all the time, is she a representative or is she a senator?
Representative.
Shout out to her. Yep, shout out to her.
Frederica Wilson.
We're just gonna need everybody. We're gonna need everybody. Yeah.
We know Maxine Waters is gonna be on. I'm just waiting. I want to hear Maxine Waters' statement. That's all.
I want to hear Kamala say something because so after Congress votes for it, does the Senate have to bind it or something?
Yeah, he's got to be formally charged in the Congress, and then he's got to be convicted by the Senate. He will not be convicted by the Senate because they need more than 60 votes, and 20 Republicans are not going to join the.
They've already said it.
Of course.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Them Republicans is not about to impeach that fucking white Cheeto
trash.
Anyway.
Okay, well that's my last call. Is anybody who can help? Just y'all come on help. Nancy Pelosi said she didn't want to have to do this, but she had to do it. So I'm with her. I stand with Pelosi. Or what you say was the hashtag?
Lock him up.
Impeach that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, that was from my home city of Detroit, Michigan. Our Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, and her when she won her congressional district and won her Congress seat, she said, we're going to go in there and we're going to impeach the motherfucker.
Impeach the motherfucker. So impeach the motherfucker is
trending. Impeach the motherfucker is trending right now.
So shout out.
Come on out, Detroit.
Use the hashtag and tweet your representative. And your senator, because apparently the Senate is where the fight going to be.
It ain't going to be no fight. They ain't even going to do it. But it's the important part is having the Congress to have impeached him, so the next Democratic nominee will be able to say while running for president that, girl, vote for me because this other girl got impeached by the goddamn Congress. It's the impeachment of her or the election of me. So that's I think what Nancy Pelosi is trying to do is give them a shiny new ball for whoever is the nominee.
Because Robert Mueller didn't work out.
Yeah. My last call is to the cultural impact of Homecoming. Written by, directed by, acted in,
produced.
Somebody
got to put the money up.
Organized.
Lighting girl.
Idolized. That ain't the word, but she it was her ideas.
Key costume girl.
She had to go on hunger strikes. When Beyonce said, "I'm hungry," We felt that.
She said, call Jay-Z, I can fit in this outfit now. And the suffering she had to endure when Jay was like, oh.
Oh, okay. That's nice. When you coming home to these 50-11 kids.
Okay.
So I have to make this my last call because the Emmys did not. As I predicted last week, the Emmys played in Beyonce's face. And that's why I was not interested in fucking watching. Because, you know, even I knew I wanted Pose to win, and I wanted to support Pose, and I'm supporting Pose by, highlighting Billy Porter as my here for it in the beginning before I dragged the other girl. I was not willing to support a podcast. The Emmys might as well be a podcast at this point. I was not willing to support the Emmys podcast with my viewership, with knowing that they would disrespect the creativity and the cultural impact of Homecoming. They knew that the whole world watched that motherfucking special that black fucking legend did. They know the impact that was seen and felt around the world after that dropped. How many girls did you see fucking get a goddamn band to do the background in they fucking music videos on their stages when they did live shows? How many girls did you see pull up with some fucking poom poom shorts and a fucking
them boots? The boots alone.
The cape alone. The cape alone just said, give me whatever the fuck you guys got at awards time. That was it. The cape and the cane, enough. That's all she had to do was wear the cape and the cane for me. But for them to ignore, not even give it, one of those surface level, just throwaway fucking Emmys, they didn't even give it that. They gave it nothing. The Emmys podcast paid Homecoming dust. And I am not here for it.
2 weeks in a row.
I'm not fucking here for it. So I figured we would stand Homecoming
again,
and
I was gonna get it again
and again and again because these hoes, the Emmys podcast, can't take. So when y'all want creative direction, when y'all want cinematography, when y'all want dance moves, when y'all want vocals, when y'all want rehearsals for most of a year, when y'all want all of that, I want y'all to go over to James Corden next time. Because y'all said, what he doing over there, girl? Award-winning.
Number one in his category.
Award-winning. Like, singing in your car? Who? He must have invented that. What? And for it to be so simple and so basic by a simple and basic white man, in a category of a legendary, eclectic, multi-level, other earthly human being.
Work through it. Come on.
They don't compare. They don't compare. It does not compare. In the words of Prince.
Come on.
Nothing compares.
Come on.
And that's it. I'm done there. I don't have to say nothing else because y'all know it. From Paris is Burning.
Come on.
When a girl is shading you, I'm gonna fuck this up a little bit.
What?
I'm gonna give my interpretation.
Okay.
I'm gonna give my interpretation. Yup.
A reenactment.
It's a reenactment. I brought it to 2019. Rest in peace to the
Dorian Corey.
Yes, the fave Dorian Corey. When a girl is reading you, oh wait, is that it?
I think that is it.
Because I went back to I said shade. But when a girl is reading you and it's not accurate, that's different than when it is accurate and you know it, and that's shade.
She said when a girl called you ugly and you know you ugly, that's shade.
Yeah.
And y'all was ugly for that.
Y'all was ugly for that. Y'all was ugly as fuck. And I understand why she didn't even go, because I was like, well, it's Beyonce on the red carpet? Because people were like, ooh, let's turn it into the red carpet. Let's do it into the red carpet. Ooh, Taraji P. Henson's there. Nice.
Girl.
Cute.
I'm watching Married to Medicine, girl. Y'all can. Jocelyn Hernandez is going to be on Married to Medicine this week.
Can't wait.
So shout out to my reality TV addiction.
All right, we're wrapping this shit up. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Thank you guys so much for listening to Here For It podcast. We appreciate you guys so much. If you guys would like to support this podcast, again, get over to our Patreon. There's going to be a link in the description. We're going to be out at the Trans Visibility March this Saturday. I am still the Sexual Senator.
And I'm Ronald Matters. Follow me wherever you can find trade.
And Gray Sweatpants. Take your Truvada.